Yeah, it should be a pretty interesting heat there. Definitely saw Laura Rodriguez and Amy Shimzu in the earlier rounds there, put together some good scores. And but yeah, Lou Rogers and Emily Thick definitely no stranger to being in these types of situations here. So we'll see how that plays into this heat here. But watch out there, guys. If you guys can head down to the beach there, head down to the waterline and show some support. This is when all the heats and the surfing will start to get better and better as we move on into the quarterfinals and semifinals. Still tons of swell out there. We're going to count it down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so yeah, we're on the live feed here. We're going to, before we jump into Heat 7, we're going to go to a commercial break here.
It sounds cheesy, but surfing's affected, I'd say, almost every part of my life. To me, Tofino isn't Tofino without surfing. Surfing in general, and not just surfing the waves, the ocean itself, it's very humbling. Introducing it to people for the first time, it's really honest. You have to kind of break down all the barriers. You're just out there. I never get tired of seeing the look on people's face when they catch the first wave. Ever. It never gets old. As a surfing town, we're super lucky in Tofino to have lots of really friendly beach breaks. Easy to get to right off the main road. We've got change rooms right at lots of the beaches. You can drive up, jump out, go for a surf, and then drive into town and go for a 5-star dinner at a nice restaurant after. We're pretty lucky to be able to do it here year-round. Here you definitely need a bit of dedication and some heart. I would say Tofino surfers are a hardy bunch. But once you're in there, I think it's really surprising to people how warm you actually are. Never a bad choice to go surfing. It's a feeling that's, yeah, unbeatable.
And we're back here.
We're back live, yeah.
Yeah, Surfer in white up and riding. And then sort of white out back there.
I believe that's Emily Thick on her backhand there.
Yeah, nice little carving roundhouse in the pocket, kind of safe until this point in time. See if this wave stands up in front of her on the inside here.
Yeah, definitely getting a couple of turns in there, making it back to that powerful section there. That
here we go.
Pocket there where she's
little
getting
bonus section.
Well-ridden wave there.
And it looks like she's surfing on a Aftana stub as well. So,
seen a couple of reef stickers there. It could be, Shazzy Surfing's board. Those the way that Shannon can throw that stub around, and definitely Emily utilized that whole wave to the inside. Definitely a good board for today. The conditions as they throughout the day have been dropping, but the foam is your friend out here, especially as the swell starts to drop a bit.
So now that we got live scoring, I'll give you guys results from the round of 32 Heat 6. Apparently it's warm enough to go swimming. We're going from banger tubs right into the water here. Give these girls a hand. It's October, and there's bikinis on the beach in Tofino.
Feels like summertime out here. It doesn't even feel like it's October.
This is awesome. So results are in Heat 6. In fourth place, wearing blue, Claudia LB. In third place, not advancing. This heat was super tight. Surfer in white, Landon Lush. In second place, advancing to quarterfinals, wearing red, Tammy Shimko, with a combined two-wave score of a 5.47, beating Landon out by 7/100ths. And winning that heat in yellow, wearing yellow, Jen Fife, with a combined two-wave total of a 7.37. So Jen and Tammy will be moving forward into the quarterfinals. Looks like we got a paddle here.
In red, I believe.
Surfer in red, up and riding.
Yeah, nice on her backhand there. Just got a little bit caught on that soft section of that wave there. Probably won't factor into her score line, but.
So again, each wave, if people are wondering about scores, each heat is judged a little bit differently. So what we, in the sense that conditions and they can't necessarily, if we have all our top seeds in the water, we have to scale back the scores to allow some room because they may do some big things. So again, don't get too hung up on scores from heat to heat. It's more about who advances, and then the scores are definitely going to become critical as we get into the later rounds here. But again, we have to reset the scale every heat here, depending on who's in the water and what's going on. So looks like few waves of few scores have been dropped. Looks like first wave of white, Emily Thick, 4.83. First of yellow, a 2.50. So still early days in this heat, but a solid score locked in by Surfer in white. 15 minutes remaining in this heat 7 of the round of 32. 2 heats left, and then we're right into the quarterfinals of the Queen of the Peak 2015 shortboard. I don't know if I'd be swimming right now. Good for you, girls. But they can get warm in the Banger Tub.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Banger Tub is a pretty sweet addition to the beach here. Heating up the girls, keeping them loose, and yeah, definitely nice to warm up after surfing in that cold water. But it feels like the water would be warm right now just because it's so sunny and no wind all day. It's almost tropical.
Yeah. You got your Hawaiian shirt on.
Oh, man.
Thanks, Billabong.
I'm styling right now. It feels like summertime up here.
Yeah, so if you go past the Billabong tent again, they've got a contest you can enter, surf capsule wetsuits on the line. If you want to demo any of their stuff, really nice new 5.4 hooded wetsuit. They're doing wetsuit demos down at their tent. So go say hi to the Billabong crew. Thanks again to them for supporting Queen of the Peak. Opposite end of the beach, we've got Nixon and Mizu. So if anybody needs to hydrate in the sunshine, they've got some water down there. Mizu water bottles are the best in my mind. They take a beating, environmentally friendly. Let's try and eliminate all the waste here. No more plastic bottles. It's amazing when you go hike some of the outer beaches around town, the amount of plastic that rolls up. So we have beautiful beaches, I would say some of the most beautiful I've ever been to, and let's keep them that way.
Yeah, exactly. Do your part.
Oh, there we have sous chef Robbie Elliott down there. Hi, Robbie.
Robbie Elliott looking good, buddy.
Hey, we got Surfer in blue up and riding out the back. Kind of a big foamy one. Let's see if this is going to reform on the inside, but it doesn't. So it's going to help Amy's cause, Surfer in blue, but still early days in this heat.
Yeah, there's a little bit of action that's gone by here, but these unofficial results is looking at like Emily Thick is sitting ahead at the moment here with that first wave that she caught there, that she could get all the way to the inside. Had a couple of turns there.
So Robbie Elliott, he's somebody who's been under the tutelage of Shannon Brown, and yeah, we're stoked to have Robbie Elliott on our team at Shelter, and Robbie's got some big goals. I'm not going to share them with everyone, but his surfing is improving vastly, and you never know, he may be an amateur champion one day.
He's becoming pretty confident and definitely looking pretty comfortable under his boards lately.
He's working hard at it.
He was pretty calm and cool in the kitchen on Friday night for that Thursday night for that kickoff party.
Oh, he is
at Shelter there. That was pretty awesome, and they definitely were pretty slammed with all those entrees getting tossed around. But
yeah, go say hi to Robbie if anybody's in Shelter. We have such a great team, and they're always happy even when they're slammed on the line. They're more than willing to say hi. So get great crew of people at Shelter. Obviously, great food and great vibe. But the people is what make it. And go say hi to those guys.
I got to set out the back there.
Yeah, look, it's capping out there. Weird. It was supposed to drop off quite a bit today, and there's still lots of surf on offer. So, yeah, I'm pretty excited as we head towards the quarterfinals here.
Looking like that crab trap left it's starting to come alive here.
Yeah, this is a wash through this one. Greg Long was just in town, another Billabong surfer, talking about what it takes to ride big waves, and you would think it's just big you-know-whats, but Greg has a more academic approach to it, and it was really nice to hear him talk and share some lessons that he's learned Greg is an inspirational figure for sure, and we're stoked to have him in Tofino and host him. So, you know, Greg, if you're watching online, thanks again. I think he's busy in Europe right now. He's probably hoping.
Charging.
Yeah. Nazare turns on, but.
Yeah, he definitely. It's an inspiration when you get a guy like that to come out here and talk to us common folk in Tofino, where we don't really get waves like that, where that he travels around and surfs. But yeah, having that academic approach to anything is definitely the best approach. If you were you know, throwing yourself on the line here, even in conditions like this, may not be the biggest, but you know, you can still get hurt out there, and still have to know what you're doing when it comes to the sport of surfing. And yeah, in the water here in white, we got Emily Thick there up on the screen. She's sitting as your heat leader, I think, because she had that one ride that she had about 4 or 5 nice little kind of skippy track turns there, but it factored into her scoreline, and she's out
Still
ahead.
early. Nobody's really got a solid backup in place yet, though. So Emily's probably not sitting real comfortable out back right now. She's scratching around, waiting for another set wave, because without a backup score, it's hard to get through. You know, we're getting into the business end of the draw. So
Yeah, we're just getting the word there. I think it's about under 8 minutes.
I don't know. Just there's a bunch of random stuff.
That's what there is.
Oh.
Do you want which one of those two would you prefer?
Oh, for me? I'll just take what's left. Burger. Okay, we got a paddler. That's Surfer in Blue. Just that one sneaks underneath her. A little bit bigger wave out back. She's going to turn around and sort of cop that one on the head, unfortunately.
You got red and the taking off deep behind that foam
There
section
we go.
there.
Lou Rogers.
A little bit.
Oh, just caught behind that first section. Unfortunate turn of events for Lou. Lou's a really good surfer. Mother of twin daughters. Great.
A lot of mothers competing this year.
Yeah.
Every year.
Yeah. We have.
Gets 7 burgers.
It's awesome to see the amount of the diversity in age group and skill levels out there. It's awesome to watch that surfing just caters to people of all ages. Like, you know, you look at a world tour scale, for example. You got Kelly Slater at 42 years old, and he's still
Very relevant.
yeah.
Yeah, arguably more relevant than some of the young guys on the tour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. So that's the fun thing about surfing, is that no matter how old you are, you can still go out there and rip, and I mean, it's just water.
Yeah,
And
I love.
once you get comfortable getting held down, it's a pretty fun sport.
Yeah, I love going down California and going to some of the longboard breaks. You got Surfer in Blue up and riding.
That's Amy Shimzu. It's got a bit of a face up to work with here. She's
Bonus section on the inside. See if she
Milking.
can do anything with it. Staying right in the power. Whoa,
it's a
that
hop-
inside bar is pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Out the back, Surfer in white up and riding on her backhand. That's Emily Thick. That one just shuts down on her.
Yeah, definitely some waves out there, though. Those last two that they dropped in on, it definitely looked about chest to shoulder high. So still lingering around. That swell doesn't want to leave us, and we're hoping that it doesn't, because as we get into the later rounds here, the surfing quality is going to get better and better, and it's really
Yeah.
nice when you get better conditions so they can
Yeah,
rip it apart.
yeah. That's all you want in a contest like this. You want the competitors to be able to showcase their talents, and today we're going to get to see that as we get through a couple more rounds here. In the next heat, I'm excited to see Mateo Olin surf. I haven't seen her surf much lately, and I've heard lots of good things. So best of luck to Matea.
Yeah, it's an inspiration when you see someone that young
Oh man, yeah.
surf as well as she does.
As we got a little break in the action here, we'll just thank some people. It's such a rad event down here at the beach, Queen of the Peak. Right now, the judges are getting their lunches handed out, supplied by Wildside Grill. Go see Wildside. They're serving up some soup on the beach and raising money for Keep Abreast. So, okay, as I say that, we got Surfer in yellow up and riding on her forehand, but that was just a frothy section that she wasn't going to make it around.
Yeah, it's Laura Rodriguez, although coming up all the way from you, Clulit. Definitely her earlier heat there, she definitely advanced in fine form there, but she's got a bit of an uphill climb to, well, actually it's sitting pretty close here. Everyone's pretty much neck and neck, but yeah.
Lou Rogers. Oh, we got Surfer in white up and running. This is Emily Thick on her forehand. Takes the high line approach. Slow carve back into the power. Rebounds off the whitewash. Let's see if this one doubles up where it is. It's going to stand up in front of her. That stub getting through the fat stuff. Beautiful board from Aftanis. Quick little pump. Rides straight out of that one. Not sure if that's going to beat her current backup, but I would say one of the better surf waves of this heat. This heat's been a bit slow.
Yeah, I wonder who's making that board, because I think there's one of the major sponsors here, Stefan Aftanis.
Yeah.
Aftanis Surfboards. Being a local guy, being around here for 20 plus years and making boards for even longer, and he definitely knows what works and what doesn't work. And so yeah, if you guys are having board issues or board troubles, it doesn't hurt to go by your local shaper and just get him to pick your brain apart and pick your surfing apart, and being able to get a magic stick made for you is really beneficial, because believe it or not, the board plays a huge factor in how you surf out there.
Yeah, maybe we'll try and, I know we talked about it, but talk a little bit about equipment.
Maybe we'll get Emily Thick to come up here after and talk about that stub she's riding with the help of Shannon Brown, because he is our head judge and he is one of Stefan's team riders, and definitely with the help of the Aftanis crew, those sponsored surfers that ride for him, he's probably stoked to get all the feedback from all of these
Surfer
guys.
in red, Lou Rogers. Got a section in front of her. Cuts up into the foam. Not much on offer on that wave there. Lou just not, sometimes you got luck on your side, and her wave selection is a bit off at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then she paddles back out, seeing that right reel away in front of her. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to improve her last wave. Is going to improve her scoreline.
That's the thing out here, is just having good wave selection, and it's tough when you only have 20 minutes and you really got to kind of buckle down and try to choose which wave is actually going to work for you. So that's what makes competitive surfing a little bit more tricky than actually free surfing. You're actually under the gun. All these heats are 20-minute heats. And
Time check. Time check. We got 3 minutes remaining in round of 32, heat 7 here. Rough situation update, again, unofficial at this point in time. Currently in fourth place, surfer in yellow, Laura Rodriguez. In third place, surfer in blue. To move into that transfer spot, you just need a small score of a 2.28. In second place, surfer in red. You are currently sitting on a 3 and a 2.2. To move into first place, you need a 5.74. Currently out front, surfer in white, Emily Thick, with a 4.83 and a 3.90. Two-wave combined total of 8.73. So, again, unofficial, but these girls looking for some solid backups at the moment.
Yeah, it's looking pretty close for that second spot there. Emily appears to be running away with this one, but all it takes is one wave, and one wave only to be the deciding factor. But that second place is up for grabs at the moment. Everyone's pretty much neck and neck. So let's hopefully get a flurry of sets here and see if we can see some little battle action out there. So keep these judges on their toes and see if they can throw some good scores down for you girls. How about the weather, Mike?
Oh, man.
It's cooking up here. I'm even in a t-shirt and I'm sweating.
Yeah. Just looking at Jesse Blake down there. Again, wild side, thanks for the lunch. Food is awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, we got surfer in yellow. I believe that's Jen Fife. This is a nice looking left here. Quick little Huntington hop that gets bucked off there in the fat section. Again, if you're on the beach joining us from out of town, come say hi to our awesome sponsors here at Queen of the Peak. We got Nixon and Mizu down on the end. Just did a little treasure hunt for the kids. I'm sure they gave away some sick prizes. Mizu water bottles. They support, different businesses, and yeah, check them out if you go to their website. Google Mizu, and really, really good water bottles. So thanks for Nixon and Mizu for being here. Nixon watches, obviously. That's what made them famous. But also check out their mini blasters. They're definitely beach friendly, and they sound really good. So wireless connectivity via Bluetooth. Just under a minute remaining, 1 minute remaining.
Yeah, I've had the pleasure of owning a couple of those Nixon blasters. Love to get my hands on a couple of
Okay,
those
here we go.
minis.
Surfer in yellow. Nice little section, gets around that foam. That one's just going to shut down in front of her here. Great camera work by the guys at Sports Canada here, giving the live webcast.
Yeah, we got Blue up and riding there. Couldn't really figure out which way she wanted to go on that one and kind of just straight lined it. But yeah, the having this screen right in front of us, Mikey, to kind of commentate and look
just
at
under
these
30
replays.
seconds remaining.
It's very helpful. It's kind of brings us right into the action out there. But yeah, this heat's sitting pretty close here.
Yeah, it's too close to call at this point in time.
Sitting pretty tight with the time here too. Probably under 20 seconds remaining here. 10 seconds remaining here. We'll be counting them down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So stand by for official results of Heat 7. For the webcast here, we're gonna take a short break, and then we will count in Heat 8 shortly here.
We're gonna be counting them down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So just on the webcast here, we're just going to announce or let everyone know who's in the water. So we've got Surfer in red. That's Matea Olin, your current Canadian women's surfing champion, 12 years old. In white, Nicole Los. And in yellow, Marie Francois. And blue, Sherry Houghton. So stand by just while we go through some replays here on the webcast. And we'll try and interrupt and announce as we have some paddlers. So as we go, we're on replays here, but keep your eyes on the water. 4 really good surfers in the water. This is a cracker of a heat. We're not even in the quarterfinals yet. So again, as we go through this contest, top seeds will be wearing red in these early rounds. As we move into quarterfinals, the color of the jersey doesn't necessarily designate the seed as much.
So we got in this replay here, if you guys are watching on the webcast, Surfer in blue, that was
Amy
Shimzu. I think this was one of her better waves that she caught. Wasn't really staying too busy. It was kind of just milking at the length of ride here, but a couple of those turns off the bat there were pretty good, but I feel like she could have been a little bit busier on that wave and probably had a better score in her score line, but still catching waves out there. And that's the thing what you got to do. You just got to stay busy. Just keep pounding those.
Emily Grubb. Pardon us. Emily Grubb is in this heat. Okay, stand by for results of Heat 7. So, just while we got a break in the action here, Heat 7. In 4th place with a combined 2-wave total of 4.4, Surfer in yellow, Laura Rodriguez. In 3rd place with a combined 2-wave total of a 5.07, Surfer in blue, Amy Shimzu. And advancing to the quarterfinals, Surfer in red with a combined 2-wave total of 5.2, Lou Rogers. And winning that heat, Surfer in white with a 4.83 and a 3.90, a 2-wave total of an 8.73 is Emily Thick. So Emily and Lou, you will be in the quarterfinals. So out the back here, we've got Surfer in white up and riding on a nice little right-hander. Got Fat in front of her, just in front of that deep section. Just before that, Surfer in red. Wow, look at this heat. So I'm going to follow yellow on the left here. Quick float. Rides out of that one, stomps it. That was a tough section to get through. For everybody on the webcast here, we're just stand by. We're going to go to a commercial, and then everybody on the beach will come back to announcing in a sec.
It's safe to say that this place has it all. A little something for everyone. A place where adventure lives, stories are born, and memories are made. This place is Tofino. Discover more at tourismtofino.com.
And we're back here live on the webcast and on the beach here. This is the 6th annual Queen of the Peak Women's Surfing Championships, and in the water right now we do have wearing red Matea Olin, in white we have Nicole Laus, in yellow we have Marie Francois, and in blue we have Emily Grubb. And as we were away on commercial break there and during the replays, we had a flurry of action between all the surfers there, and throwing some scores on the board, and it's obviously unofficial at the moment here on this live scoring, but it's looking like Matea Olin got the better of all those exchanges out there, kind of sitting with a combined score of about 7. But it's very early in the heat, and everyone's pretty much set neck and neck
So
here.
as we say that, we get surfer in red, Matea Olin on her backhand.
Oh,
Nice strong bottom turn, quick little snap. Ooh, another stronger snap in the pocket. See if she can get around this section. Is running away from her, and then out back. Surfer in white. That's Nicole Laus. Couldn't quite get around that one. I believe that's going to improve Matea's scoreline, though.
Well, what awesome top to bottom surfing by Matea there. Those first couple of turns there definitely leaned into him and threw tons of spray on a couple of those turns. So I definitely think that's probably the better one. And for her, too, we have blue up and right on her backhand. That is Emily Grubb. Just got a little bit stuck on that foam ball there. But, yeah, for Matea, when she's dropping on these waves, it's about overhead to overhead and a half for her, because, you know, keep in mind she is 12 years old and she's charging some decent swell out there right now. So for her to just even throw herself in the thick of things right now it's pretty awesome. But she's looking fairly comfortable out there. So for you other girls that are competing, Matea's looking in fine form. Yeah, so right now the conditions are changing just a little bit here. The tide will be pushing for the rest of the afternoon here. High tide's at about 5:45 to 6 o'clock-ish. And
So scores dropping for last wave of red, a 7.00. Surfer in red, you're currently sitting on a 12.33 combined two-wave total. Surfer in white, to move into first place, you currently need an 8.34.
we got yellow in her backhand. I believe that's Marie Francois here.
Nice little snap.
And a couple of good turns there.
Takes the low line around that section. This is a nice wave.
Nice
Boom,
big
throws
turn
some
there.
buckets. Drives off the bottom, hits it
A
again.
nice finish with
Wow.
by Marie Francois there. That was a good wave there, and finishing that wave.
I haven't seen Marie surf much lately. She's put some time in.
Yeah, definitely not a stranger to surfing, that's for sure. Living down in Ucluelet and surfing the Wicked English Beach with her a lot. She
Obviously an athlete, but wow.
yeah, at that caliber of snowboarding that Marie puts out, I think the transition between sports and just the natural competitiveness in Marie it shows right now in her surfing. It's that last wave, that last turn, and even that first turn was looking pretty good, and probably going to factor into her scoreline.
Yeah, we're still waiting for scores to drop for last of yellow. And out the back, we got Surfer in red up and riding.
That's Matea.
Oh, drives off the bottom and pushes the fins. Unfortunately, pushing a bit too hard and drifts the tail and doesn't ride out of that.
Not afraid to set those fins loose.
Yeah, Matea is obviously young, small stature, but surfs a lot older and, you know, more powerful than she looks. So
Definitely that size advantage for her, just staying lower to her board and lower to the water. That center of gravity factor for her is a bit of a benefit. But I mean, 12 years old. Come on, I don't think I don't think any of us were doing this at 12 years old. And
Okay, we've got scores for last yellow dropping. Oh, hold on. We've got a paddler here. That wave just sneaks underneath him. Excuse me, surfer in yellow. Last of yellow, a 7.53. So surfer in yellow, you were sitting on a 7.53 and a 5.57. You have moved into first place. Surfer in red, you are sitting on a 7 and a 5.33. You are in need of a 6.11 to move into first place.
yeah, you could just see that the difference in power and the connect and how Marie connected with the lip there, sending a bit of spray, and that I really like that last kind of closeout section for her, and she definitely capitalized on that wave for her.
Yeah, she surfed that wave really well. You could tell every section had a plan, and yeah, picked the right maneuver for the right section, which is really critical to building a good score. So
Exactly, and that's the thing about competitive surfing. You can't go out there and have with the obviously with the free surf mentality is probably pretty good because you stay nice and loose, but you definitely need a plan to whatever wave you're going for, because when you send it,
we got sets pouring in on the horizon here.
if you just send it on one maneuver and blow it, then I mean, you could find yourself crawling from behind.
Look at these sets. The swell was supposed to drop off today, and it's staying strong. And I think this tide building is helping.
Looks like that there's a bit of a underlying south in this swell, because that set just kind of rolled in right down to the corner there, and
Oh, look at these rights.
they're looking pretty good here. See if any girls are in the proper position to capitalize on this set here. That this nice foamy right in front of us here is
Just reeling down
looking
that
pretty
sandbar.
rippable. I'm definitely mind surfing
Oh,
the heck out of it right now. It's could have had like 8 or 9 maneuvers on that one. Maybe not my caliber of surfing, but say
one of the judges here
One of
might
the
have
judges.
would have had 8 or 9 maneuvers.
And I think these judges are going to be getting wet themselves out there in the water. There's a judges heat, I think, at the end of the day. Is that correct?
Hopefully, we want to put some bragging rights on the line for these guys. We'll see. I don't know if they've brought their gear with them, but we got to get through shortboard today, and then if time, I would love to get them in the water just to show the caliber of men's surfing here in Tofino as well. A little expression session, if you will.
Yeah, I think that's why just the success for on the girls' side of things is just the support from the whole community, and especially the guys in the community here. There's definitely not very much localism out here when it comes to the guys and girls surfing. We all support each other because we both kind of understand that this community wouldn't be the same without them. And I know, as they say, happy wave, happy life. So, yeah, symbiotic relationship.
Yeah, for sure. So, time check here. Time check. 8 minutes remaining in the last heat of round of 32.
Look at this set, Mike, on the back there.
Yeah, anybody in position here.
Holy, still tons of swell out there. It's
Yeah, it's almost like it's picked up in this heat. There's a flurry of waves.
2
Oh,
o'clock
surfer
here,
in
yeah.
red, Matea, looking at that one. Let's see if she's in position for the one behind it. It looks a little bigger.
I wonder if she heard our commentary from the beach and hearing that Marie got the better of the exchange of the best scores of the heat here. She's probably hungry to get another score to pad onto her score total. But I mean,
Yeah,
figured that with the swell forecast that the swell would be dying down, but I think with this pushing tide, it's actually just helping out significantly.
I was just about to say, for anybody on the beach here, we do have an incoming tide, and there is still a fair amount of swell in the water. So as you can see, it's coming up the beach. And if you want to keep your butts dry, just pay attention.
Sweet.
Beach marshals, if you can hear us, if you could text a quarterfinal heat draw photo to us, that would be appreciated.
Yeah, so right for you guys joining us on the beach or joining us on the webcast, right now in the water we have, wearing red, we have Matea Olin wearing
Red.
wearing white, we have Nicole Laus. In yellow, we have Marie Francois, and in blue, we have Emily Grubb. It's looking fairly close here. I mean, we saw the wave exchange between Matea and Marie. Definitely looking pretty good between those two as the top heat leaders here. But with this live scoring in place, it's actually quite nice because we can kind of relay the action to you guys on the beach and on the webcast. And unofficially, it's looking like Marie Francois is sitting in the lead right now with 13.1 as her heat total, and Matea with a 12.33. Just under probably about 5 minutes remaining left in this heat here. Still a bit of time out there. There's definitely a lot of swallow to be taken advantage of. It'd be nice to see as the
Little break in the action. Maybe we can get a time check here. Just over 5 minutes remaining. Current situation, Surfer in red, you're in need of a 6-1-1 to move into the lead, 6-1-1. Surfer in yellow, you are wanting to replace a 5-5-7.
we got Surfer in,
Surfer
I
in
believe.
blue,
Is that blue?
out the back. Maybe white. Or that's yellow out in front of us. That's Marie Francois. And then out the back, Surfer in red. We'll stick with Marie on this one.
Yeah,
She's
it's
coming
looking
all the way
right
through to the inside.
here.
See if she can get a double up in front of her. No, decides to kick out. Matea's looking for the same thing. Now switches to her front side. Ooh, good little slash in the pocket there. Drives off the bottom. One more off the top. Cracks it. Wow, that's some of the better combination of turns I've seen. We'll
Yeah,
leave this one in the judges' hands. 6-1-1. I don't know based on I didn't see what happened out the back, but out front, at the end of that wave, she finished solid. 5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, Matea, just such crisp and smooth surfing from Matea there. I really like that last move of her. How she hit that lip with a little bit of anger there. She's probably heard
she
us on
heard
the
her
beach
score,
here.
and
Yeah, it's good. That just shows the competitiveness of Matea. She's definitely no stranger to competing. She's done a bit of traveling for competitions and went down to California. Actually won a contest in California. Believe it or not. Yeah.
one or two maybe actually. She's done well.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see how she goes in the ISAs. I think the ISAs are under 16.
That's happening this later in October.
That's right. Yeah, so Freddie and Mateo go down there. They're going to be up against some older kids, but it wouldn't surprise me in the least if they make some heats and do well down there. So the future of surfing is in good hands here in Tofino.
I'm sure people down in California are getting ready.
Who
for
are these Canadian kids?
Exactly, right. In years past, maybe not the best results, but on a different level of guys and girls surfing, it's almost like a religion when you get down to California or you work your way south, where surfing's pretty much in their culture. And
it'd be great to build on some of the stuff they do here in Tofino. As I say that, Surfer in white up on a closeout. It's so cool when you go down to the beach and at 7 o'clock in the morning, the surf team is down there. As I say that, 3 minutes remaining. We've got a paddler here. Surfer in blue up and riding on her backhand. That section shuts down in front of her. Yeah, you go to the beach in California, you'll see, you go down to Salt Creek, you'll see Dana Point High School down practicing at 7 a.m. and such a just neat way of life. And there's more than enough opportunity to do that here in Tofino. And hopefully we can somehow sort of create some funds and build a little beach house and make sure that the sport of surfing is
part of our culture.
Part of our culture and part of our school system. We have such a great way of life on the water here. So,
yeah, it's nice with Shannon Brown doing his surf coaching. I definitely noticed in the past couple of years since he started, the level of surfing has definitely increased out in the water here, and just with Tofino taking off with their whole embracing surfing as a major tourist drive. You definitely notice lots more people moving out here for the summertime, wanting to spend time out in this beautiful part of the world, and yeah, the more and more this place starts to blow up, the better and better the water is going to get. So this surfing, the surf culture is still fairly new in Canada, but it's seems like it's in pretty good hands with the Brewwilders and Pete DeVries and
It's really only like 2 generations old, so yeah, we're seeing multiple generations in the water right now with Matea out here. So, okay, a quick update. Apparently the judges liked that last of red. Matea, you are now sitting on an 8 and a 7 with a combined 2-wave total of 15. So you need to improve on a 7.0. Surfer in yellow, you are sitting on a 7.53 and a 5.60 with a 2-wave total of 13.13. You need a 7.48 to move into first place.
We make an announcement that Sherry Houghton needs to go to Surf Sister and switch out with one of the staff.
Sheza Sherry Houghton, you need to go to Surf Sister and switch out with one of the staff, please. Sheza Houghton, please go to Surf Sister.
just getting word we got about under 45 seconds remaining left in this heat here. Heat 8 between Matea, Nicole, Marie Francois, and Emily Grubb. So under 45 seconds remaining.
It's looking like, I don't want to say anything too early, but Matea and Marie Francois are going to be joining the quarterfinalists, but they will all want to win this heat. Everybody likes winning each heat, so. An 8, so we're seeing scores starting to fall in the excellent range here. 10 seconds remaining. Count it down, Brendan.
So we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So that brings an end of the round of 32. We are going to go straight into quarterfinals. It is shortboard Queen of the Peak 2015 finals. Top 16 surfers all vying for $2,000 for first place. No, you go.
So we're going to be counting down quarterfinal number 1 with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So that horn there marks the start of quarterfinal number 1. And in the water right now, we have wearing red Tamara Stevens, in white Shandy Kariatsumari, in yellow Steph Whitman, and in blue Susie Weed. That's in the water right now. 20-minute heats. This is quarterfinals number 1. But for you guys joining us on the webcast, we're just going over some heat replays of what just happened in the water there. And yeah, it was definitely one of the more exciting heats of the day. But stand by. We are in the quarterfinals. This is the creme de la creme of all women surfers. So we'll be back shortly after this short commercial break.
It's safe to say that this place has it all. A little something for everyone. A place where adventure lives, stories are born, and memories are made. This place is Tofino. Discover more at tourismtofino.com.
So big thanks to Tourism Tofino. Sorry, I have my hood on in the webcast here, but it's so sunny I'm getting burnt. Out in the water, we got Surfer in red. Oh, busting the fins, getting a little loose coming out of that one. Big wrap back into the pocket.
That's Tamara Stevens there.
Tamara Stevens, she is looking spicy.
That first maneuver there, that first hit was pretty nice to watch there.
A year off, and yeah, she's come back. She's looking...
Coming back with a bit of a vengeance here. She wants to reclaim that her top spots that she's been getting here. We got yellow up and riding here. That is
Steph Whiteman. Wow. Keep your eyes on the water, everyone, here on the beach and on the webcast, because we are in our quarterfinals. So Top 16 surfers now vying for 8 spots in the semifinal. Again, top two surfers in each heat will advance to the semifinals.
So here we have the competitors of last heat here walking up the beach there in white. We got Nicole Laus. Good job, girls. In blue, we have Emily Grubb. In yellow down there, we had Marie Francois, who I believe would be advancing there. She definitely had a lot of mustard behind those turns of hers, and
Must have been Dijon mustard.
a little bit of Dijon mustard behind those. And then in red, we had Mattea Olin, who I believe is potentially the heat winner. We're still waiting for results, but that last maneuver, that last wave she had was, I definitely put her ahead and put her in that excellent range, which the judges are probably stoked to give out once in a while and really test their scoring abilities.
Yeah, so results of Heat 8 in 4th place, wearing blue, Emily Grubb. In 3rd place, wearing white, Nicole Laus. And moving on to the quarterfinals, surfer in yellow, Marie Francois with a 2-wave total of 13-13. And winning that heat in red, your Canadian surfing champion, 12 years old, Mattea Olin, with an 8 and a 7, a combined 2-wave total of 15. Girls, you will be in the quarterfinals.
So we got surfer in yellow up and riding there. We had Steph Whitman on her backhand there. Whiteman, sorry, Steph Whiteman on her backhand, putting together a couple of good turns and good maneuvers there. How beautiful that top to bottom surfing that she's got going on there, making in every single transition to that whole wave there, nice and smooth and crisp. But got a little bit stuck on that last maneuver there. But those first maneuvers will probably play into her early score line there, and yeah, still tons of time left. But excited to see what else we have in store. The swell is still kicking around, still coming from the west. It definitely looks like there's a bit of south coming in this swell. The way the lines are rolling in here, and the tide is moving in. Sorry, is pushing in, and you'll definitely start to see a bit of a transition in these peaks here. But real defined peaks out there in the water, and leaves it open for all these girls to put some scores on the board and try to advance to the semifinals.
Wow, what a day.
Yeah, it's hot.
Thanks for everyone coming out to support Queen of the Peak here. There's a lot of people on the beach. In years past, if you had asked me, I would have said this is August. We got 2 surfers up and riding. We'll follow the person on the
backhand there.
On the left there. Look at that wave. Oh, it shuts down in front of her.
I'm not sure who got the better of the two there, but definitely Susie Weed on her backhand there.
And surfer in white, Shandy Kariatsumari.
Yeah,
It's
that
funny,
one turn that
Shandy always manages to find a way into the later rounds. She's
consistent.
Yeah,
consistency. That's what I've noticed over the years of watching Shandy surf. Is she's very consistent, and and not to let alone she's a really good surfer. And yeah, consistency is key to move on to the later rounds. Pretty much everyone's goal in surfing is to be consistent.
Yeah, current. A quick update here. I think we're still waiting for some scores to fall, but right now we have surfer in yellow sitting on 2 waves with a 5 and a 4, combined 2-wave total of a 9. Tamara Stevens, Susie Weed, you're currently in 2nd place with a 4.27 and a 2.33 with a combined 2-wave total of a 6.60. Surfer in red, you're in 3rd place with a 6.03. You do not have a backup, but you currently have the best wave of the heat. So you're in need of a 2.98 to move into 1st or a 0.58 to move into the transfer spot. Again, scoring's all unofficial until the end of the heat here, but we're back on the digital side of things, which is great. So out the back, surfer in white, big off the top, gets just caught by that lip a little bit behind that section.
Yeah, she definitely tried to hit that section with a bit of authority, and but definitely Mother Nature got the best of that one and sent her for a little tumble over the falls. But it's okay. That's the kind of commitment you need in these later rounds of the contest. Is really commit to every maneuver that you attempt, because those big scores are out there and up for grabs. So Just getting a bit of word there. We got 13 minutes remaining left in this heat. This is quarterfinal number 1. For you guys joining us on the webcast and on the beach in the water, we're in red. We have Tamara Stevens. In white, we have Shandy Kariatsumari. In yellow, we have Steph Whiteman. And in blue, we have Susie Weed. All Tofino locals, all pretty sure good friends, all know each other surfing.
Yeah,
Probably a bit of strategy being played out there right now.
bragging rights.
Definitely bragging rights.
Although, you know what, the cool thing about the Queen of the Peak is you watch these girls and I definitely know some of them are highly competitive, but they come out of the water and the camaraderie is nothing like you see even at men's events. It's amazing to watch. And
Yeah, they all come out of the water hugging each other and
smiling.
high-fiving and smiling.
Yeah, just the feeling on the beach it's not like any other contest. So, I mean, could be that we have a massage tent, a chiropractic tent, a hot tub,
Yeah.
food.
Yeah, like full-on 5-star resort, pretty much.
On the beach.
On the beach right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the support that we've had that we're going to get all weekend long from a few of our sponsors here. I'll go through that list there. We got Billabong, we got Surf Sister, the Wicked Inn, Tourism Tofino, Wildside Grill, Shelter Restaurant, the Pacific Sands Resort, Aftana Surfboards, Ocean Village, Tofino Brewery, Nixon, Von Zipper, and Pharmasave, and of course the boys and girls that are bringing us a live feed and the webcast right now, Sports Canada TV and surfcam.ca. Thank you guys for putting in your time, and the judges.
All right, here we go. We got sets approaching. I think there's a few surfers in position for these waves. Keep your eyes on the water. I've got a surfer in red had a look. Didn't quite like the looks of that left. I think a smart move there.
Still some good lines rolling through here. That inside bank here looks a little bit more consistent, and we got surfer at the back there.
Surfer in white, little whitewater takeoff.
Tons of speed down the line there. Little bit of a foam club, just got a little bit stuck there, but she gets around that section and she's got a bit of a face to work with on the inside.
Bonus. I don't know how that's going to really play into the score. That was Shandy Kariatsumari. Did a great job getting around the section, but not
sticking with it.
Yeah, not a lot on offer on that wave there, but did her best to try and squeeze all the points out of that wave. You see Sanoa Olin getting ready for her quarterfinal heat. Maybe check with Shannon here. How old is Sanoa? 10? Sanoa is 10 years old in her first women's event. Big day for her. Awesome to see her carrying on in her sister's footsteps. Sort of walking down the beach there, we have surfer in red, Kate Prothero. Kate, give us a wave to all the girls and family in the UK. Kate is a ton of fun. We're stoked to have her at this contest. A hell of a longboarder, and obviously not a shabby shortboarder. She's in the quarterfinals, and
I believe that she's coming off a pretty big win at the Rip Curl Pro too, the women's longboard champion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
she definitely looked pretty stoked when she claimed that trophy up on stage there. Definitely putting in lots of work and lots of time out here.
This next heat in the water actually could be a semifinal for sure. In yellow there, we also have Hannah Scott. Hannah with the biggest smile on the beach always. Always shy. Hannah, give us a wave. Hi, Hannah. Hannah is a previous double champion. Okay, we got surfer up and riding. Surfer in blue, I believe that's Susie Weed. That one just gets fat as it disappears on the inside section. And out the back on a nice looking right.
White right here.
Surfer in white.
That's Shandy.
Shandy Kariatsumari taps the foam, taps it again. That wave just kind of ran off down the line. And then joining those three girls in the water is going to be surfer in blue, Lauren Akins, Lauren Curry. Hi, Lauren. These girls, as you can tell, have a ton of fun. They don't know each other, hey?
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
All friends.
Yeah.
There's all competitors, though, as well.
There's the big man, Kyler Ross. Going to go swim with these girls. Whoa.
The big friendly giant.
Oh, out the back. Eyes on the water on a nice-looking left-hander. Surfer in yellow, that's Steph Whiteman. With her nice fluid style. This wave looks like she's going to get... Oh, it looks like there was a bonus section, but it's just going to go a bit fat before the inside there. So, quick situation update. We, surfer in red, you're still in need of a backup score, but Surfer in red, you are looking for a 3-0-1 to move into first place, but you're currently sitting in fourth without a backup. In third place, Surfer in blue, you're sitting on a 4-2-7 and a 2-3-3. You're needing a 4-7-8 to move into first, or a 2-5-8 to move into the transfer spot. Surfer in white, you're sitting in second place with a 3-9-3 and a 2-9-0. You're in need of 5-6-1 for first and a 2-9-1 for the transfer spot. And currently in the lead is Steph Whiteman in yellow with a 5-5 and a 4-0-3.
We got Surfer in was our red there. Tamara Stevens there, just getting a little bit stuck on the top of that wave there, but that we got Surfer in yellow at the back there. Steph Whiteman on her backhand with a little bit of a choppy one there, but she's got an open face to work with now. Nice little turn there, so a little bit of spray there. You got another, oh, just got stuck on that last one there, and that would have been a good wave if she could milk it to the inside. That had plenty of juice still left in it, but that first maneuver, that first crack was all right. I'm not sure if it's going to factor into her score line, but staying busy, that's for sure.
Yeah, time check here. 6 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. This heat is wide open. Again, first and second place from the quarterfinal heat 1 will move into semifinals.
Come
on. Assuming our internet stays around with us here too, we will be able to announce scores all the way through the day, and then be able to chair a winner up the beach today. If we can get through all the shortboard, we will be announcing a shortboard winner and doing a short little celebration on the beach at the end of the day. So. Chrissy Montgomery or Drew Burke to the judges booth, please. So out the back here, we got Surfer in white. That's Steph. Pardon me, Shandy Kiriatsamari. Look, there's another Aftana surfboard marching its way up the beach. So we'll check the analytics, but just got a text from somebody who is currently in Morocco. Hi to Graham and Evan in Morocco. Thanks for tuning in live. Wishing that I was on the Team Idiot trip with you guys. You left us behind this year. Yeah, so we got Surfer in blue up and riding. That's Susie Weed on her forehand, looking pretty spicy. Oh, tries to drift the pins, doesn't quite surf out of that one. Susie Weed, that may help your cause here. We're getting down a couple minutes left in this heat. Susie's rocking no booties in October in Tofino, 4 minutes remaining. So just while we got a bit of break in the action, we are going to crown a winner today. We haven't mentioned them enough, but No Champagne, Tofino Brew Co. is our sponsor. If you haven't been past the brewery yet, go say hi to those guys. Pick up some swag. You know, if you miss them today, go to Shelter. Their beer is on draft. $3 sleeves of Tofino Brew Co. at Shelter from 10 o'clock till midnight every night. So we make it affordable and we make it fun. Lisa Fletcher, local jewelry designer, has put together rings for the finalists. So these girls not only are looking to win some cash, but a 1 in, I guess, 8 rings.
Yep.
So there's only going to be 8 of these rings, and they have the Lisa Fletcher bear on the one side and the crown on the other side. If you go to Lisa Fletcher's LF Jewelry Instagram, you can check those rings out. They're super sick. So big thanks to Lisa for helping us out. And, you know, if any of you guys are out of town, check out her jewelry. I know they've got some at Surf Sister. I think some at House of Alaya. Yeah, great local girl. Surfer in White up and riding. Bit of a rough takeoff there. Kind of got stuck behind the section there. So time check here. How much time, Tyler? Sorry? 1 minute remaining in the first quarterfinal. 1 minute.
Is this plugged in?
Yeah.
Charged? Is it charged?
It 45 seconds remaining. Surfer in red up and riding. That's Tamara Stevens. Drives out the bottom, smashes that approaching section. One maneuver, but she only needed a backup score. Let's see how this score plays out. She's milking it all the way to the inside. Wow, Tamara knew what she needed. 30 seconds remaining. We'll have to wait for scores to drop. This heat is tight. Ten seconds remaining. We're going to count this down. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So stand by for results from quarterfinal 1. Scores still have to drop from last of yellow and red. Quarterfinal heat 2, stand by. Judges, when you're ready, we'll count you in. I've got... So just while we're on the live webcast here, there's a replay going on. Okay, we're going to count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is the start of quarterfinal number Heat 2. In red, Kate Prothero. In white, Sanoa Olin. In yellow, Hannah Scott. In blue, Lauren Akins. That's Surfer in white, Sanoa Olin up right at the horn. Couple turns on the outside. Quick little high line. Oh, throws a bit of spray. 10 years old, people. Wraps back this approaching section coming. Rides out of that one. Put your hands together for Sanoa. That's a pretty amazing start. 10 years old. Also let these ladies hear it as they come up off the beach. Stand by, girls, for results here. So up and riding, that would be surfer in yellow, Hannah Scott, former short and longboard champion here. That wave just didn't give her anything to work with. So results are in. From the last heat. You back?
I'm back.
So in fourth place with a 3.93 and 3.67, surfer in white, Shandy Kariatsumari. In third place, surfer in blue with a 4.50 and a 4.27, a combined two-wave total of 8.77. Surfer in blue, Susie Weed. In second place, advancing to the semifinals, wearing yellow, Steph Whiteman with a 5.50 and a 4.03, a combined two-wave total of 9.53, and winning that heat, surfer in red, Tamara Stevens with a 6.03 and a 5.77 on her last wave. So congratulations, Tamara and Tamara and Steph. We will see you in the semifinals. Or we can invite. Check, check, check. Check, check, check.
We can put. Do you want a camera?
Tamara Stevens, if you're nearby, we're going to do a little heat. Tamara, stay there. I'll meet you in front. We're going to do a little heat interview. No, you got to do it. I haven't messed with Brendan. Come on out here.
Ryan, Mike, here we go.
First one in history.
Seriously? Where do you want me to stand?
This is good here. You're going to be on. So I've got Tamara Stevens here, winner of quarterfinal one, moving to the semifinals. How you feeling? You took a year off.
Yeah, there's some pretty good waves out there, depending if you get a set in your heat, but there's some waves today, so we're pretty stoked.
Cool. Did you know you needed to score right down to the last couple minutes there?
Yeah, I was stressing. Stressing, yeah.
Well, nice little finish. Maybe talk about what you're surfing for everyone out there.
This goes out to Noah Cohen. He's been hooking me up with boards for the last couple of years, so thanks, Noah.
So you're on a Sitka model that Noah Cohen Pro model, the Hatchet, possibly?
I don't even know.
She doesn't know. Tamara's just stoked. So congratulations, Tamara. Good luck in the semifinals. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah.
Go get warm. You're cold.
Okay, thanks.
So we're just getting word there that it's 13 and a half minutes remaining in quarterfinal heat number 2. 13 and a half minutes remaining. And if it's anything like quarterfinal number 1 there, I just saw with Sanoa's wave.
First ever live heat interview.
And just got word from contest director and all-around legend Mikey Jacobson that was the first ever post-heat interview done at the Queen of the Peak. So thanks to all the guys at Sports Canada TV for really upping the technology game here at the contest here.
Yeah, thanks, Brennan. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So in the water, obviously, another what could be semifinal. Wow. Obviously, Hannah got a good one while it's gone.
Yeah, Hannah Scott, she put together a pretty good couple of maneuvers and milked that wave pretty good, and got probably the highest score of the day, with 8.9.
I think that's the highest score of the day. So hopefully Sports Canada here got that one, and we can see the replay after the heat. But looks like we got a set approach in the lineup here. That surfer in white, Sanoa Olin. Nice patient bottom turn. Comes up high as it gets in front of her there. Quick little high line snap, and boom, and floats that end section really well. Surf wave. Man, she's looking sharp. 10 years old.
That was nice, smooth surfing from Sanoa there.
So solid backup. She's got a 6.93, and that'll be her backup score there. So let's see how she does compared to Hannah. She was in need of a 6.64 to move into first place. So
we got surf at the back there in blue. Is that
blue? Look at that left. Oh,
that's Lauren Aikens there.
Lauren Aikens, big carve under the lip. Oh, doesn't quite stick. That looks like she sort of dug the nose of the board there.
Yeah, did one of those infamous nose dives. But that first maneuver that she connected with looked pretty good, but just got a little bit underneath that lip there. And
yeah, over the handlebars.
Over the handlebars. But yeah, so far so good. Sanoa looking pretty comfortable on the board she's riding. Looks like she may be riding one of Matea's boards, that bright blue one there.
Yeah, I believe it's an Aftanis sled. So Matea, I don't know, I saw on Instagram of a new board she's been riding. So looks like it's Matea's old board there, but apparently it works well.
Yeah, I can see these two definitely feeding off each other. Was it Matea's 12 and Sanoa's 10?
Yeah.
So
I had a younger sibling. They definitely push you, that's for sure. So
yeah, and especially the surfing that we're seeing right now by Sanoa. I mean, not far off from her sister. Definitely Matea has 2 years on her, but definitely looking pretty strong and very comfortable out there in these conditions. It's kind of nice growing up in a place where you can pretty much bike to the beach, and it's pretty much at everyone's doorstep that lives in Tofino. And
yeah, those girls, they don't even bike to the beach. They just they're a hop, skip, and a jump from Cox Bay here. So it's no wonder that they do all right, you know, on the beach here in Cox Bay, because they've been coming here every day. 10 minutes remaining in quarterfinal number 2. After this, we're going to go straight into semifinals. Looks like situation is surfer in blue, Lauren Aikens. You were sitting on a 2-wave total of 5.67. You are in need of 2 waves to move into first or second place, so you're currently comboed. In third place, surfer in red, Kate Prothero. You have a good first wave of a 6.00. You're waiting on a backup score, so you're in need of a 7.58 for first and a 7.24 to move into second place. Surfer in white, you were in second place with a 6.93 and a 6.30. You're sitting on a combined 2-wave total of 13.3. To move into first, you are going to need a 6.64. So you want to drop a 6.30. Currently in the lead, surfer in yellow, Hannah Scott, with an 8.90 and a 4.57.
Yeah, surfer in blue up and riding here.
Lauren Aikens.
Lauren Aikens.
So, pardon me, a 4.67. So, Hannah, you're looking to throw away a 4.67.
Should be pretty easy for Hannah to throw something like that away. She's been posting high 7s and well, a high 8, almost in the 9. So it should be.
Yeah. So again, for anybody on the beach that's new to surfing and doesn't really understand the scoring, a wave in the 8 to 10 range is an excellent score. So, you know, an average score would be in the 6 to a good score would be in the 6 to 8. Average would be, sub 6s. So an 8.90, that's you're pushing the boundaries there at that point in time.
Yeah, totally. Some of the criteria that judges look at is definitely speed, power, and flow. You definitely want to show lots of control, and the faster you go, the more power you can put behind your turns and your maneuvers, and then also be a little bit innovative and progressive with some of those turns and off the top surfing there. That's why you see the likes of Hannah Scott and I believe it was Tamara Stevens that was posting 8 earlier. Steph Whiteman, I think, posted an 8.
Yeah, I think
And
even
Matea as well.
Maria Francois did as well.
Yeah. So definitely showing
Okay, here
lots
we
of
go.
rail game. Who was that? Was that in yellow?
That made the wipeout reel. I'm not sure who that was, but I know that feeling. You're looking down the line. You are planning your first big hit before you get to your feet, and then that happens. So all these girls are in the quarterfinal for a reason, but we've all been there.
Yeah. Sometimes too many times, but it's all learning.
Look at the conditions here.
Yeah, definitely the swell has not slowed down, and the wind has actually held off all day, like the forecast was saying.
It is gorgeous. This is like absolutely unreal.
Yeah, not a cloud other than that little stream of clouds right in front of us, but other than that, it's pretty much a bluebird day, and it can't get any better than this. I mean, being on the beach, blue sky, we got surfer in red, I believe, up and right on their backhand. Ooh. Oh, it's a free surfer.
Free surfer is the guy who just claimed that you need to move, please. You need to move.
Yeah, with claims like that and maneuvers like that, you definitely got to move out of the contest area.
The girls are getting bigger scores than you, just so you know. That's okay. We're just having fun anyways. That was actually a pretty critical section that he floated there. So
And that claim was probably the best claim we've seen all day. If you're coming in, might as well come in style.
I'd claim that.
And this peak right in front of us has been working all day. I think it's been working pretty much all summer. I've heard, being a Yuki resident and surfing the Wick all the time, I've heard Cox Bay has been probably the best.
Oh, look at this one out the
It has
back.
been-
Somebody.
Yeah, in a while, and being the main beach here that picks up the most swell in the Tofino area, it's definitely the home of pretty much all contest surfing here in Canada, at least on the west coast of Canada, and it just shows with waves like this that we have on pretty much the daily, especially come wintertime. And fall I've always found has probably been the best time for swell with the weather cooperating, but I mean wintertime you get those big storms that lots of make other beaches around here.
Yeah, just under 5 minutes remaining in quarterfinal heat number 2. The fall it's just a combination of swell and weather that I think makes it everybody's favorite, and that's why it's coined Surf Month here in Tofino. So the winter is really good for surfing, but obviously it's a bit chillier and sometimes a bit stormier, and it takes some thick skin and some thick rubber to enjoy it. But
get out there.
I love the winter time here. It's nice and quiet in town, and the waves get good. And
I always find half the battle when you're surfing in the wintertime is actually just getting outside and not being afraid of the rain, because it does rain quite a bit out here, but the ocean does stay fairly consistent temperature wise. It only drops about 6 to 7 degrees in the wintertime, maybe a little bit more, because especially this year we've been blessed with some warmer weather and warmer water, but when you look outside and it's pouring rain sideways, it's not really inviting.
No, and that's why surfing here is so special. Like it takes a hardy bunch of people, and I think Canadians are,
tough as they
they're
get.
built like that. Yeah. Okay, on her backhand,
Surfer in yellow, is that Hannah Scott?
Hannah Scott, beautiful little float there. That wave just not offering her much, but she did about as much as she could.
I love how she drives from that back leg and develops tons of speed, and her top to bottom surfing is pretty.
Skateboarding.
Yeah, it's pretty much she's like skateboarding on the board there, and I know she does skate quite a bit as well, so that little bit of skateboarding background definitely helps her in that just being comfortable on a board. I find the more board sports you can do, the kind of better off you are. But if you were to look at all the board sports, it looks like skateboarding I find is probably the most similar board sport to surfing. Obviously, the conditions and the elements are way different because you're in the water. But when you're up on the board, the balance and the maneuvering around is fairly similar.
So a couple minutes remaining here. 2.5 minutes remaining. Still too close to call it. Hannah is out front still, surfer in yellow. Sanoa is needing to replace a 6.30 to move into first place. Currently, Lauren Aikens, you're sitting on 2 waves with a combined 2-wave score of 6.67, but you were comboed at this point in time. And Kate Prothero, you have 1 good wave in your scoreline. We were just waiting on a backup. Surfer in yellow. This is Hannah Scott on her forehand. Didn't like she gets points in my books for that kick out. She did the salmon there, swimming upstream. Hannah having fun.
It's a time check.
2 minutes. Minute and a half remaining. Pardon me. Minute and a half remaining. About a minute remaining here. It's gone quiet.
Yeah,
Right now, it looks like Hannah and Sanoa are looking to punch their cards into the semifinal. Sets approaching, though. The drama is building.
Yeah, we'll see what these girls can do with the set coming in here. Breaking pretty much both ways. The right is just as good as that left. So, depending on where you are, the surf gods might gift you with something here that could pull you away here.
Time check as the set approaches. 40 seconds remaining. 40 seconds. Wow, look at these lefts reel down the bank here. Scoring potential is there. Anybody in position? 1 more wave left in the set. Enough time. Somebody's sitting on the right over there. No takers. And it looks like nobody's in position for this one.
Yeah.
20 seconds remaining. 20 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it's looking like the ocean's going to go a little bit quiet now.
10 seconds. We're counting down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand by for results of quarterfinal heat number 2. Next up in quarterfinal heat number 3, we have surfer in red Amelia O'Connor, surfer in white Leah Oak, surfer in yellow Jen Fife, and surfer in blue Tammy Shimko. You know, give these girls a round of applause when they get out of the water. Phenomenal surfing from both Sanoa Olin and Hannah Scott. We're just waiting for confirmation that all scores have dropped in, and then we'll let you know results. Hey guys, Kate only got 1 wave. Counting down quarterfinal heat number 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So that horn there marks the start of heat 3 of the women's quarterfinals.
So we can go to results here right away at heat 2. As they come out of the beach, I don't know, you want to do the honors and interview this time?
Yeah, I'd love to.
So in 4th place in quarterfinal heat number 2, with a great first wave, but just not able to find that backup. Kate Prothero, surfer in red. In third place with 2 waves, a 3.43 and a 3.23, combined 2-wave total of a 6.67. Surfer in blue, Lauren Akins. So advancing to the semifinals. Surfer in white in second place, Sanoa Olin with a 6.93 and a 6.30. 10 years old, you are in the semifinals. And winning that heat, surfer in yellow, Hannah Scott with an 8.90 and a 4.67. Combined 2-wave total of 13.57. Your defending champion, Hannah Scott, in the semifinals. So, Hannah, if you could come join Brendan just in front of the judges' tower here, we're going to get a post-heat interview with you. Let these ladies hear it. Really good surfing there. Hannah, Sanoa, Kate, Lauren. Hannah, you can't dodge the microphone. You got to come talk to Brendan here.
Okay, so I switch you after that.
Brendan, you may have to go get her. So we're going to hear some quick words here from Hannah Scott.
Check, check.
Yeah, you're good, Bren.
Perfect. And I know you're so stoked to come talk to everybody, and you're actually talking to everybody around the world, too. Congratulations, first of all. How was it?